A single emoji. That is all it took. A shrug of the shoulders on social media from a club legend's father has sent the rumour mill into absolute overdrive. We thought the squad was settled for the championship charge. We thought the big summer signings were locked in for the long haul. But suddenly, there is a very real conversation happening about a shock exit for one of Wrexham's key attackers. But before we get to the potential departure that has everyone talking, we have got a massive injury boost in midfield that could not have come at a better time. And a serious headache for Phil Parkinson as the disciplinary committee drops a heavy verdict on our captain. The festive period is here, the games are coming thick and fast, and the drama at the racecourse is just getting started.
Welcome back to the channel, lads. It is proper squeaky bum time as we head into the busiest part of the English football calendar. We are looking at 4 games in 10 days, starting with that massive Boxing Day clash against Sheffield United. The squad depth is going to be tested to its absolute limit. Today, we are breaking down 3 massive stories coming out of North Wales. First up, the forgotten man of the midfield is finally back and begging for his spot in the starting 11. Then we've got the fallout from the Swansea defeat, and it is bad news for James McClean. But stay tuned for the final story, because Dean Windass has just broken his silence on those rumours linking his son Josh with a move away from the racecourse. You do not want to miss the details on that one. Let's get straight into it.
The revelation. We start with a lad who has had a proper nightmare start to life in a championship this campaign, but looks like he is finally turning a corner. Ollie Rathbone. Remember him? Of course you do. He was the heartbeat of the side last season. Let's rewind a bit to give this some context. Ollie was absolutely immense for us previously. He was named Player of the Season for that incredible 2024-25 campaign, helping the Red Dragons secure that record-breaking 3rd successive promotion. He was the first name on the team sheet. But football is a cruel game, isn't it? During the pre-season tour down under, he picked up a nasty ankle injury. Just when he should have been preparing to boss the championship midfield, he was stuck in the physio room. He missed the start of the campaign, and honestly, the lads did well without him, which makes it even harder to get back in. The turning point. He had to wait until October 28th just to get a start in the League Cup against Cardiff, and even then he was hooked at half-time. It looked like he was miles off the pace. But then came the Watford game at the racecourse on December 13th. The gaffer throws him on as a late substitute, we are chasing the game, and what does Rathbone do? Minutes later, bang! Injury time equaliser in a 2-2 draw. That is the Ollie Rathbone we know. That is the impact player we have been missing. Reactions and the current situation. He got another run out of the bench in that painful 2-1 defeat to Swansea in the derby on Friday, but speaking to the press recently, Rathbone have been completely open about his frustrations and his hunger. He said, "The difficult thing for me is that obviously I've just not had a chance to play and to kind of prove myself. I always thought if I got a chance I'd be able to make an impact, but I can only control what I can control." That is the right mentality, isn't it? He admits he hasn't had consistency on the training pitch because of hiccups in his recovery. But here's the good news. For the last 3 or 4 weeks, he says he's feeling back to himself, feeling fit. Why does this matter right now? Because look at the calendar. Boxing Day against Sheffield United, then 3 more games in rapid succession. We cannot play the same 11 lads every single game. We need rotation. Rathbone pointed out that last year, once he got into the team in November, he started the next 30 or 31 games. He's a diesel engine. Once he gets going, he doesn't stop. If he's telling the truth that it's smooth sailing from here on in, then Phil Parkinson has just gained a massive weapon for the festive period. A fresh, hungry player of the season, ready to prove a point. That's like a new signing in January, only we get him now. We are buzzing to see if he gets the nod on Boxing Day. He's earned the right to ask the question.
Right, let's sober up a bit because we have got some tough news to digest regarding the fallout from the Swansea City defeat. It was a painful loss in the Welsh derby, but the pain is lingering longer than we hoped. The headline here is James McClean, our captain. The gaffer, Phil Parkinson, has confirmed that McClean has been hit with a 3-match ban following an incident during the match. Now, the FA doesn't miss much these days with cameras everywhere. Parkinson confirmed the charge came through on Monday. He was clearly frustrated, saying, "Obviously, it's not ideal. We'd rather it hadn't happened, but it has, and we will deal with it as a group." Let's be honest, the fan reaction has been mixed, to put it politely. And by mixed, I mean a lot of supporters are fuming. We have seen the comments online. One fan, at RK13-4, called it a horrid incident and said McClean is lucky to only get 3 games. Another, at WXM-AFC, who usually backs McClean, said, "I've stuck up for him a few times, but that was ridiculous. Absolutely no need." A consensus among the Wrexham faithful seems to be that while we love his passion, this was a moment of madness. A deliberate stamp. That is hard to defend, lads. Even the most die-hard fans are saying things like stupidity and no need at all. It leaves us without our leader for 3 massive fixtures. The injury ward. It never rains but it pours, doesn't it? On top of the suspension, Parkinson gave us a full medical update, and it is a mixed bag. First, Issa Kabore. He's not even fit yet, but he's away with Burkina Faso for international duty. Parkinson says they have the right to call him up, but Wrexham are in regular contact. It's a weird one. Not fit for us, but travelling for his country. We just have to hope he doesn't aggravate anything if they progress in the tournament. Then there's Libby Kakachi. The good news is he's back on the grass, joining in some training. He's been out for a significant time, so we cannot rush him, but seeing him training is a massive boost for the wing-back options. But the biggest sigh of relief comes regarding Lewis O'Brien. When he went down, we all feared the worst. Parkinson has seen the specialist report and confirmed the good news is it is not as serious as we first thought. It's a partial dislocation. Still very painful, still monitoring it daily, and there's no specific timescale, but it's not a season ender. That's massive. We need his quality. So, to recap, James McClean banned for 3 games, Kabore away, Kakache training but not ready, O'Brien hurt but not out long term. Parkinson is going to have to shuffle the pack against Sheffield United. This is where the squad depth we talked about in the summer really gets tested.
And now we arrive at the main event, the story that has bubbled up in the last 24 hours and has every Wrexham fan refreshing their timeline. We are talking about Josh Windass, our marquee summer signing and a potential shock exit from the racecourse. Reports have started circulating that Rangers, the massive Glasgow club where Josh played previously, are considering a swoop to bring him back to Ibrox. Now, usually we would brush this off as paper talk. Josh only signed a 3-year contract with the Red Dragons back in July. He has been instrumental this season, netting 6 times and registering 3 assists. He is a key part of the project. Why would he leave 6 months into a 3-year deal? But here is where it gets spicy. His dad, the legendary Dean Windass, Hull City icon and never one to shy away from an opinion, took to X, formerly Twitter, on Tuesday. He posted a screenshot of an article discussing this very transfer rumour, and the caption? A shrug emoji and a football emoji. That's it. No denial, no load of rubbish, just a shrug. What does that mean? In the world of football transfers, a shrug can mean who knows, or it can mean watch this space. It's incredibly cryptic, and naturally it sparked an immediate reaction from the fan base. We have to remember the emotional connection here.
Josh Windass played for Rangers between 2016 and 2018. He scored 19 goals in 73 games there. It's a massive club. Dean Windass has spoken in the past about how emotional he gets regarding Josh and Rangers. Listen to what Dean has said previously. "When I first went to watch him at Glasgow Rangers, I was the proudest man. Watching my son walking out for one of the biggest clubs in the country with the best fan base that you'll probably ever meet, I was so proud." He even admitted to having tears in his eyes hearing the crowd at Ibrox. So, we have a father who clearly holds Rangers in incredibly high regard. We have a player in Josh who knows the club inside out, and we have a cryptic tweet that refuses to shut down the rumour. From a Wrexham perspective, this would be a massive blow. We signed Josh to be a difference maker in the Championship. He's 31, experienced and delivering the goods. Losing him in January, especially to a club like Rangers, would leave a gaping hole in the attack. However, Wrexham holds the cards here. He's under contract for another 2.5 years. Unless Rangers come in with a silly money offer, the owners, Ryan and Rob, aren't under pressure to sell. We're not a selling club anymore. So, is Dean Windass just stirring the pot? Is he just acknowledging the rumour exists? Or is there smoke without fire? The timing is bizarre. Josh is playing well, the team is pushing for promotion, but when a player's dad starts posting cryptic emojis about transfer rumours, it's rarely nothing. We need to keep a very close eye on this one, lads. If Rangers come calling, it's a hard attraction to turn down, even with the Hollywood project in full swing. But for now, Josh is a Red Dragon, and we need him focused on Sheffield United.
It is going to be a nervy few weeks in the transfer window, isn't it? We want to hear from you in the comments. Should Ollie Rathbone start on Boxing Day? Who takes the armband and the spot of James McClean while he's banned? And the big one, are you worried about Josh Windass leaving for Rangers, or is Dean just having a laugh on Twitter? Get in the comments, let us know your thoughts, smash that like button if you enjoyed the update, subscribe if you haven't already. We are covering every kick of the ball this season. Enjoy the football on Boxing Day, look after yourselves, and as always, up the town.